Educational opportunities in the Rio Grande Valley took a major step forward yesterday with the announcement of Texas A&M opening up a campus in McAllen. Our mayor of McAllen, Jim Darling, joining us on the Valley's Morning News. What is A&M building? What are they proposing to build in McAllen, Jim?
Well, it's initial of a campus, full campus. They expect in a couple of years, I think, 5,000 students and going all the way up to 25,000, 30,000. So it's a full-scale campus.
How does that compare to, for example, the campus near us, just north of us in the Corpus Christi area? That's what, a satellite campus or a campus that feeds College Station? This one will graduate. This one will have 4-year graduates on site in the Valley. Is that the?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And the big thing, I'm not an A&M graduate, Aggie, but the big thing is they get the A&M ring. This is not A&M at McAllen, A&M at Corpus. It's Texas A&M University.
That's
and
amazing.
so when you graduate from here, you get the full Aggie ring, full Aggie, whatever that is.
Yeah,
diploma.
Don't. I know you're a Baylor grad now, Jim. Let's be nice to the fact that this. Are we the only market in all of Texas that has a UT, full-fledged UT campus, and will have a full A&M campus as well?
That's my understanding. I can't verify that, but I've heard that.
I'm thinking real hard.
People.
I don't know of anyone else in Texas that has something like that. How many years had the folks, leaders in McAllen and at College Station, been working on creating this?
Probably about a year and a half, I guess, full scale. We've been up there and they've been down here trying to figure out the curriculum. One of the things that has to be done is that the coordinating board, higher education coordinating board, has to make sure that they complement each other. They don't compete with each other when you have two major universities offering courses.
Jim Darling, Mayor of McAllen, joining us on 710 KURV. Texas A&M to set up a full university in McAllen sometime near future.
Yeah, Mayor Tim Sullivan here. Let's follow up on that point. How do the two complement each other? How will that happen without competing with each other?
Well, I think that the level of courses they offer in the different courses. One of the things that they're going to emphasize down here is agricultural, and we talked about having kids funnel into the veterinarian school. A&M is the only veterinarian school in Texas. That's hard to believe, but and they need one of the things they need in the vet school is more minorities and more women. And so we thought, well, this is a great place to have that career opportunity for our students down here.
So this campus in McAllen could be known as another A&M veterinary school?
Well, I don't know
or
if
a component of that?
full-fledged veterinary school, but certainly a feeder, first couple of years in the feeder into that. And then some of the engineering courses that they're offering won't be offered by UTRGV. They can't have a full spectrum at one university. It's not practical. So some of those areas, I think, and so that's a good opportunity for our students to get an A&M education, but also get maybe some courses or degrees they can't get from UTRGV or different degrees. And so we think it's very exciting for our kids and faculty, too.
I'm trying to get a picture in my head of just how large 100 acres are and, what this campus will look like. How many buildings, the type of, just what it's going to look like. The buildings, the landscaping, the size of it. Can you kind of do an artist's rendering for us here? Or is it too early for that?
Yeah, that 100 acres is pretty big. It's a little bigger than a square half mile, if you will, half mile each way, and so that's a pretty big campus. They started the UT one on 40 acres. So the first building's going to be, we think, a $30 million building, and we have an artist rendition of that building, and so that'll be the start. I was a lawyer for both South Texas Community College and the city when they first started. And I can remember we had a couple old EDA buildings and 500 students. And, it wasn't too many years after that, they'd have 30,000 students. So
right.
I think the opportunity for growth is tremendous.
Texas A&M setting up a full university sometime near future. Our guest on the Valley's Morning News, he was part of that delegation that made the big announcement yesterday, along with John Sharp, chancellor for the A&M system, was in town to make the announcement as well yesterday. Jim Darling, our guest on the Valley's Morning News. How will this be paid for?
Well, initially the city put up $10 million in the tours. There's a 2,800 acre.
What is tours? What is that?
A tax increment financing. So the campus will be located in a 2,800 acre development, commercial, residential, educational development by Mike Rhodes, and we're already involved with that. So what we did is add another $10 million into that tourism component. So hopefully, as that develops, the incremental taxes. Right now, it's only on the tax rolls for like $1.5 million. So as it develops and they add commercial and residential taxpayers, instead of the city receiving that tax, it goes back to pay for that $10 million initial contribution to the A&M building, and also the infrastructure to develop the project.
Do they have to?
Similar.
Yeah. Does the development need to meet certain quota, certain goals, certain growth and sales, and all that stuff in order to keep its TERS, that designation?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we've been negotiating that for about a year, a little more than a year now. And we think the numbers that we projected protect the taxpayers.
That A&M campus here is going to help that development, that Tres Lagos development, grow quickly. It should, at least in North McAllen. When does the A&M campus? When does the A&M campus grow? When does it open?
Hopefully, in sometime in 2017. Probably, they'll coincide it with the beginning spring semester or fall semester.
Had A&M expressed interest in opening up a campus before? I mean, after all, with the changing economy down here, we've got energy, fossil energy sciences. They're really good at that up at A&M, and with Burgos Basin just south of us, and then rocket sciences opening up here pretty soon in Brownsville, launching rockets into space. I would imagine that it's also in their interest to set up shop down here close to something like that.
Oh, absolutely. And we're talking about, petrochemical engineering courses and some of the things that we think are particular to our area.
Relevant, absolutely.
Hopefully, you get the degree and you get funneled right into the workforce and a good paying job.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
That's the goal, to make sure we provide as many alternatives for our students as we can.
Yes, sir. Is there still wiggle room in that, Jim? Is there still wiggle room to negotiate with A&M to set up the proper sciences to provide that pipeline, that worker pipeline for energy?
Absolutely. We've been talking to their curriculum people, and they've been very cooperative. And they have that success too. They want to attract students that are interested in
that's great.
Getting that degree where they can get a job. So, I also when I talked to Dr. Guy Bailey yesterday from UCRGB, and he authorized me publicly to say that he congratulated A&M. They look forward to working with them, and they think it's another tool to enhance the educational opportunities for our kids.
Thanks, Mayor. It's Mayor Jim Darling of McAllen joining us on 710 KURV.